beef industry has long used scientific principles as the foundation for everything that we do.
Because I want to make sure that we can raise cattle next year better than we did last year.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Plastic is everywhere.
We're gonna see how much plastic is in the refrigerator, which is a lot. We've got hot dogs in a plastic film, 2 snack packs, pack of sausage, half and half here in a big plastic container, and blueberries also in plastic.
Okay, so this week I've been tracking how much plastic I use every day. So we are on day 2 of vlogging. We're trying to show you how much plastic I use. We have a container of yogurt. Somebody went and got themselves a Lunchable, a bag of chips, broccoli florets. You can see it once held 110 plastic bags. Microwavable food, no idea what it was, and a box of pasta. Not only in terms of use, but how much I'm buying. I'm just creating an awareness about the amount of plastic I interact with every day, and it's been a bit of an astonishing exercise. I thought I was pretty good about reducing my plastic exposure, and I was sitting down at my laptop, and as I looked around me, I was surrounded by plastic. If you go look at my desk, it's just a sad state of affairs over here. Got my binoculars there, my screens, AirPods, plastic, carbon dioxide monitor, plastic, pencil sharpener, printer, my chair, just largely made of plastic. It's a plastic cover. It literally was like swimming in plastic. Got my paddles, my goggles, fins. We got a little plastic knobby there. Shampoo and conditioner, here they are. You can see swimming is a highly plastic intense activity. I used to be at a paper in Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, and there I was looking into endocrine disruptors, and there are many endocrine disruptors in plastic material. I came across a bunch of research on endocrine disruptors. I worked in a laboratory where they had monkeys and they had water bottles actually affecting chromosomal abnormalities. Years after that, I had my first child and went to the store and bought a baby bottle and realized it was made of the stuff that they were removing from the monkey experiments. And I thought, that's not okay. And that really woke me up about plastic and the harm that it can cause to human health as well as animals. But now researchers are again looking inside of us, and they're actually finding little pieces of plastic in all of us. Last year a study came out that showed it's in human lung tissue, it's in human blood. Even if you are conscious about it, the way the plastic industry and the packaging industries work right now, it is almost impossible to avoid it. And we got some donuts. I wanted potato chips, had to get them in plastic, cherry tomatoes, hamburger buns, hot dog buns, cookies, because I didn't have time to make them on my own, chips, cherries. Anyway, ginger ale. Hey, dog trying to get at the meat. A lot of plastic. I'm 52. I have 5 teenagers. I cook probably 4 or 5 nights a week. I went to the supermarket yesterday and I always get these spring greens. This is a big box of baby spring organic, but oh, now you're making me feel terrible. And occurred to me, because I was with somebody in the grocery store, that I could go buy each of the different kinds of greens that I wanted separately and bring them home and chop them. We could get red leaf lettuce and mix it up with a little spinach. Yeah, but I can't get like arugula. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Because I just feel too bad about this. Let me put this back. I did it, but I was actually a little grumpy about it because it meant I was gonna have to spend 10 or 15 minutes of my time chopping and rinsing and then putting in another container. And that was discouraging to see my own behavior. I think we all just can so easily slide into the convenience of plastic in our lives. It does make life so much easier. And more plastic. The kids, they're all working this summer. They'll go to McDonald's or they'll go to Starbucks. Each and every one of them is creating their own plastic accumulation around them. We as a family are just piling up plastic. I found out about my own breast cancer in 2021. Clearly during my surgery, it was, plastic on the surgery table, the tubes that went in me to, bring the anesthesia into my body, to keep the fluids in my body, all the needles and shots required to take blood out. I had both of my breasts removed, and I had to make the choice after that what I wanted to do. I decided to have reconstruction, and so I actually am sitting here talking to you with some prominent plastic pieces inside of my body. I do not believe all plastic is bad. I think plastic has some wonderful uses. The problem is the convenience is running out as we look at what is happening in the ocean. There's the obvious stuff of like turtles and birds who are accidentally ingesting it, but we're finding it in invertebrates, we're finding it in fish. Cities and counties are now having to clean it up out of storm drains. They're having to deal with it. I think we're reaching a point where that convenience may no longer be so convenient because it is so expensive to figure out the plastic problem.
With plastic, we don't even know what all of those side effects or health impacts are going to be or species. We're just starting to do these studies. So we're seeing that they're leaching into our food. We know that the microplastics are in the air. We know that the babies their first stool has plastic in it. The health impacts of these endocrine disruptors are significant because they're obviously impacting our ability to reproduce, changing women's menses cycles, men's testosterones. So it's a significant issue in our society and worldwide.
In California last year, the governor signed a bill, is very progressive, reducing plastic impact. For instance, it will require in 2032 that all single-use plastic items sold in or coming with anything that you buy in the state of California will either have to be recyclable or compostable. It needs to come down to governments, and it needs to come down to the companies that are putting this out there. And they have to figure that out together. I worry, because I'm doing it to myself this week, that people are going to beat themselves up about it. But I also worry that people will become, sort of blasé about it, like nothing I can do.
I opened a refill store, and in the refill store now people can bring their containers, they can fill up their laundry detergents, their dish detergent, their shampoos and conditioners and lotions, and all of those containers get reused. In fact, in the first 2 years, we saved 5.1 million pieces of plastic from being made or becoming a pollutant or being landfilled.
We as people and consumers in the world that we live in, we need to find a balance there. We can try, as much as our budgets allow us, alternatives to things where I don't have to bring that plastic back into my house and be a consumer of it.
Thanks for watching this episode of Your Best LA Sustain. For more on how to live sustainably and be a part of climate change solutions, watch the rest of our series.